supposed to do 5-6 rounds. Why you gonna do 5-6 if you knock him out before? If it was the fight was over. The fight was over. Then more you do is just extras. Mike go home today.
Come and get me, Mike. Come on. There we go. That's it right there. Perfect. That's one. Good one. Nice. Come and get me, Mike. Let's go. There we go. That's round yet. That's round yet. Let's go. Come on, Mike. There we go. Using those legs.
As the fight of the year approaches, Mike Tyson is wrapping up his final day of training camp with laser focus and intensity, gearing up for his highly anticipated showdown against Jake Paul. At 57 years old, Tyson has defied expectations by pushing himself through an intense and grueling training camp, proving that his legendary power and determination remain intact. The atmosphere in Tyson's camp has been electric, filled with a sense of urgency and excitement as his team meticulously refines his strategy and execution. His coaches have designed a rigorous regimen, blending old-school boxing fundamentals with modern conditioning techniques to ensure Tyson enters the ring in peak form. Every training session has been focused on sharpening his explosive power, relentless speed, and pinpoint accuracy, the very attributes that once made him the most feared fighter in the heavyweight division. The echoes of his devastating punches hitting the pads reverberate through the gym, a chilling reminder of the knockout artist who once dominated the sport. Beyond the physical preparation, Tyson's mental game has been just as intense. He has immersed himself in the warrior mindset, studying his opponent's weaknesses and formulating a strategy that could overwhelm the younger, less experienced Jake Paul. The legendary fighter has shown unwavering confidence, reminding everyone that experience, skill, and raw power are still on his side.
Right back to the body.
You're right, coach.
Mike, maybe need 10 seconds. Put 10 seconds.
At 58 years old, Tyson's training regimen combines traditional boxing drills with modern conditioning techniques designed to sustain his endurance, power, and explosiveness. His workouts include intense strength and conditioning routines, rigorous sparring sessions, and rapid-fire pad work to keep his hand-speed sharp. Trainers say Tyson's intensity is as fierce as ever, and his discipline in these final moments reflects his unwavering commitment to this fight.
He wants to one more time entertain people. He's a fighter, but he likes to entertain people. It is what he fights for. He fights for all those people that he can see in the street. The people come to him and say, "You are the people's champ." So this is really motivating him to be in the gym from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. every single day.
Tyson's training regimen emphasizes high-intensity interval workouts and mobility exercises to keep him in peak condition, ensuring that he remains explosive and agile despite his age. His endurance has been sharpened through relentless cardio drills, including sprints, cycling, and high-intensity circuit training, designed to push his stamina to its limits. Every session is meticulously planned to prepare him for the fast-paced exchanges expected in the ring, where speed, power, and resilience will be crucial. Despite being the oldest competitor in the fight, Tyson has demonstrated remarkable adaptability, proving that his experience and discipline give him an edge. He has seamlessly blended techniques from his prime with modern training advancements, adjusting his style to match his current physique while maintaining the devastating power that once made him a feared champion. His ability to evolve with the sport showcases not only his commitment but also his deep understanding of boxing's ever-changing landscape. In addition to his physical preparation, Tyson has also focused on refining his ring IQ, working on defensive maneuvers, footwork, and counterpunching to ensure he stays one step ahead of Jake Paul. The combination of old-school grit and new-age strategy makes him a dangerous opponent, proving that age is just a number when it comes to true warriors. As fight night approaches, Tyson's training has left no stone unturned, setting the stage for a showdown that could remind the world why he was once the most dominant force in boxing.
Expect the biggest fight of the history. Why? Because we talk about Mike Tyson. We talk about Netflix, live on Netflix, something we never had before. Things like that you just can do with a name like Mike Tyson.
Aware of the nearly 30-year age gap, Tyson and his team have meticulously crafted a strategy to maximize his strengths. His focus remains on sharpening his signature body shots and explosive head combinations that once made him one of the most feared boxers. However, defense has also been a priority, with drills designed to counter Paul's reach and youthful agility. Reports from Tyson's camp suggest he has been refining his counterpunching, anticipating Paul's aggressive forward movement. Trainers have emphasized exploiting Jake's tendency to lunge, creating openings for Tyson's devastating power. Sparring sessions have been centered on timing and movement, crucial for neutralizing Paul's reach. The goal is to deliver a vintage Tyson performance, unleashing bursts of energy to wear down his younger opponent.
Excellent, Mike. Excellent, Mike. You break him. Unpredictable. Exactly, Mike. Beautiful roll, Mike. Excellent. Excellent.
For both die-hard fight fans and casual viewers, this matchup is a spectacle unlike any other. A legendary heavyweight champion known for his devastating power faces off against a rising star who transformed from internet sensation to legitimate fighter. It's a storyline straight out of a boxing fantasy. Social media is buzzing with training clips, promotional images, and fan debates, with many questioning whether Jake Paul's youth and reach can stand up to Tyson's experience and raw strength. A recent interview with Stephen A. Smith offered a glimpse into Tyson's mentality and preparations, and the former champion had some bold words for his challenger. At 58, Tyson is training with the same intensity as his prime, determined to prove he's still a formidable force in the ring. He revealed that he has been sparring for 8 rounds multiple times a week, relentlessly maintaining his sharpness and power. "I feel in great condition," he told Smith, dismissing any concerns about his age. When asked whether he planned to take it easy on Paul or go for a knockout, Tyson's response was chillingly direct: "I think I'm going to hurt him." His words quickly spread across sports media and social platforms, fueling anticipation about the fight's intensity. Training under Brazilian coach Rafael Cordeiro, Tyson has been laser-focused on endurance and power, leaving no room for complacency. His routine remains strikingly similar to his peak years: daily sessions of sparring, strength training, conditioning, and tactical drills. "It's all about the basics," Tyson said. "Give it everything you have 3 times a day." While he is confident, he acknowledges that Paul may try to adopt a defensive strategy, using movement to evade Tyson's heavy shots. When speaking with Fox 4's Mike Ducey, Tyson dismissed this approach, saying, "I don't see how he's going to fight by running all day," making it clear he is prepared to cut off the ring and corner his opponent. A recently released training video only added to the hype. It showed Tyson landing a brutal punch on a sparring partner, forcing Cordeiro to step in and pause the session. For many fans, the footage was proof that Tyson is taking this fight seriously and remains a fearsome competitor. With fight night just days away, speculation is running wild, not just about the outcome, but also about what's next for Tyson. Some fans hope for a rematch with Lennox Lewis or even a long-awaited trilogy fight with Evander Holyfield. However, Tyson's focus is locked on November 15th, where he plans to show the world that his legendary knockout power is still intact. The excitement was on full display at the pre-fight press event in New York. Tyson was greeted like a returning hero, the crowd erupting in cheers at his every move. When Paul took the stage, he was met with a chorus of boos, his entrance drowned out by the hostility. Instead of backing down, Paul fired back at the audience, telling them to silence themselves and even taking jabs at the city, comparing New York to Tyson, claiming both were once great but had lost their edge. His words only intensified the energy in the arena, setting the stage for what promises to be one of the most electrifying fights in recent history.
Hey, New York, shut the fuck up, New York. Hey, boo yourselves. Boo yourselves, New York. Hey, New York, New York, New York, you're just like Mike Tyson. You were good 20 years ago. F you, New York. F you. Dumbass Democratic City.
At the press conference, Jake Paul appeared visibly tense despite his earlier bold declaration that he would kill Mike Tyson in the ring. While he acknowledged his admiration and respect for Tyson, Paul made it clear that any friendship between them was over. He confidently proclaimed that on November 15th, he would knock Tyson out and prove himself the true victor. Dismissing Tyson as old, Paul insisted he would teach him a lesson, like he would a son. Tyson, however, remained unfazed. He reaffirmed his readiness for the fight, revealing that he had resumed training after briefly stepping back due to medical advice. Addressing concerns about his health, Tyson admitted to a temporary setback caused by illness but assured fans he had fully recovered. With the fight officially set, the former heavyweight champion exuded confidence, stating that he is well prepared and plans to let his performance in the ring do the talking. A UFC legend recently revealed the massive payday Mike Tyson is set to earn for his fight against Jake Paul. Originally scheduled for July 20th at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, the highly anticipated showdown was unexpectedly postponed in June. However, later reports confirmed a rescheduled date of November 15th, with Netflix set to stream the event live. Nakisa by Darian, co-founder of Most Valuable Promotions, released a statement emphasizing the importance of ensuring both fighters had equal training time while keeping the event at AT&T Stadium during the Cowboys season. He praised the collaboration with Netflix and AT&T Stadium, calling Paul vs. Tyson the most cross-generational sporting event in history, and promising fans a night of boxing that will be remembered for generations. At a recent promotional event in New York, Paul thrived in the spotlight, provoking loud boos from the crowd as he confidently vowed to shock the world when he and Tyson stepped into the ring. He even took shots at New York City, Tyson's hometown, mocking its decline. In contrast, Tyson remained composed, playfully shoving Paul during their face-off while answering questions from ESPN's Ryan Clark with his trademark calm. When asked why he agreed to fight a man 30 years his junior, Tyson responded simply, "Because I can. Who else can do it but me?" He further pointed out the uniqueness of the matchup. We have a YouTuber fighting the greatest fighter that ever lived. The fight has sparked heated debates among fans, with many questioning whether Tyson, now 58, can still compete at a high level. Concerns about his age, reflexes, and endurance have only grown following reports of health setbacks, including a flight mishap and an ulcer flare-up. However, former world champion Timothy Bradley Jr. believes Tyson still has what it takes to win. Speaking to ProBox TV, Bradley suggested that shorter 2-minute rounds would favor Tyson, allowing him to unleash his explosive power and corner Paul with relentless body shots. Despite the doubt surrounding Tyson, there's also unease about the possibility of him suffering a knockout loss. UFC star Michael Chandler weighed in, expressing mixed feelings. Nobody wants to see Mike Tyson get knocked out, but everybody wants to see him catch Jake Paul and knock him out. Meanwhile, legendary trainer Teddy Atlas, who played a key role in shaping Tyson's early career, made headlines for omitting him from a list of the greatest fighters he's worked with. Instead, Atlas named Wilfred Benitez, citing his ability to defeat legends like Roberto Duran. While Tyson remains one of the most dominant heavyweights of all time, his return to the ring raises the question, can he still perform at an elite level after nearly 2 decades away? As the fight approaches, both men have continued to escalate their war of words. Tyson recently stated, "I'm feeling great and looking forward to knocking out Jake Paul on Netflix." Meanwhile, Paul made it clear he won't go easy on his idol, saying, "Fighting the biggest, baddest boxer ever is a dream come true, but it will be a nightmare for Mike Tyson." At the press conference, Tyson received a hero's welcome, while Paul faced an unforgiving crowd. Visibly irritated by the hostile reception, Paul snapped at fans to "shut up" multiple times, revealing rare cracks in his usually confident demeanor. In a bold move, he even linked New York struggles to Tyson's career, claiming both had lost their edge, yet, Tyson refused to be rattled. He absorbed the crowd's adoration and stayed true to his promise. When the bell rings on November 15th, he plans to treat Paul like a son, and teach him a lesson in discipline.
Well, I've been training for a while, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
I'm just asking when you get into camp.
I'm okay to fight.
But when you get into camp, like when...
I'm in camp right now.
Very good, thank you.
I'm in camp right now.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. As soon as I catch this guy, 'cause he's going to be running around, but as soon as I catch this guy, it's going to be totally over.
Though the title, Baddest Man on the Planet, dates back to his final professional fight in 2005, Mike Tyson's legendary presence remains as powerful as ever. At Fanatics Fest NYC in Manhattan, he received a hero's welcome, with fans erupting in excitement at the sight of the Brooklyn-born icon. Just across the East River from his hometown, Tyson's arrival sent shockwaves through the crowd, a testament to his lasting influence and aura. Even at 58, Tyson remains a commanding figure, his presence alone enough to captivate an entire room. While his return to New York drew a frenzy of onlookers, he chose to let Jake Paul handle most of the fight promotion. Rather than engaging in verbal warfare, Tyson passed up multiple chances to tear into his opponent, offering only brief, measured responses. However, when it came time to deliver his message, Tyson made one thing crystal clear: this fight will be brutal. He warned Paul that their showdown would be grueling and relentless, emphasizing that he plans to end it decisively. His final words carried a chilling weight: he better be in peak condition, his well-being depends on it.
Be in shape, be in good shape, because your health depends on it.
As the two fighters came face to face, the 58-year-old Tyson initiated a half-hearted pushing contest, a stark contrast to the fiery exchanges fans had expected. Moments earlier, Jake Paul, boasting an impressive 10-1 professional record, boldly compared himself to Muhammad Ali, claiming that the criticism and challenges he has faced have molded him into a modern-day legend. "That I'm the anti-hero," Paul declared. "People will love me soon enough. When you're at the top, everyone tries to pull you down, that's just how the game works. Tyson is vicious, he's a killer, I know that. But I'm going to prove all the haters wrong." Meanwhile, concerns about the fight's legitimacy and safety continue to mount. British fighter Alois Jr. voiced his fears that the bout could be called off due to health risks, citing Tyson's age and physical decline as major red flags. "That I think he may get stopped, to be honest with you," Alois Jr. told TopSport. "He's just too old. Your body declines too much at that age. If Jake Paul stops him, it could tarnish his legacy. I wouldn't want to see that happen, but who knows? He was one of my idols. If the fight even happens, we'll see. I just wouldn't like to see it end that way." On the other hand, Tyson Fury remains completely convinced that his namesake will defeat Paul without question. In a recently resurfaced clip shared by MMA Read, Fury passionately dismissed concerns about Tyson's age, insisting that his knockout power is just as deadly as ever. "It doesn't matter when Tyson lands a punch," Fury said confidently. "He still has that killer instinct." Fury, who was named after the boxing legend, also emphasized his unwavering support for Tyson. He acknowledged how the former heavyweight champion has always backed him, and in return, he's hoping for a statement knockout victory that will leave no doubt about Tyson's dominance.
Listen, if Mike Tyson hits anybody, don't care if he's 90, he's going to knock him out cold, isn't he? If I am Mike Tyson, obviously I have to back Mike Tyson. I'm named after the legend, and I back him. As he always backs me, I'm backing Mike for the knockout! Come on!
The boxing community remains deeply divided over the upcoming fight, with many concerned about Tyson's safety. However, Jake Paul remains unshaken, fully committed to stepping into the ring with the 58-year-old legend. After his victory over Mike Perry, Paul expressed both respect and confidence, saying, "He's tough as nails. I'm sorry it took so long. Respect to Mike Perry, he's the king of violence, the BKFC champion. But I hit too hard. He took a lot of damage, and that's a W for me. I expected that, but I put him down in the first round, he just survived. Mike Tyson, you're next, big boy." Sign the contract. Despite his brash confidence, Paul also spoke with deep reverence for Tyson, calling him one of the greatest names in boxing history, on par with legends like Muhammad Ali. He acknowledged the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to fight Tyson but made it clear that he intends to seize the moment and claim victory. Meanwhile, former undisputed heavyweight champion Vladimir Klitschko shared his thoughts on the highly anticipated matchup in an interview with Fight Hub TV. Klitschko described the fight as exceptional, emphasizing the stark contrast between Tyson, a seasoned boxing icon, and Paul, a young, ambitious fighter who has rapidly made a name for himself. He sees the fight as a source of inspiration, not just for Tyson but for fans of his own era, and is eager to see how the cross-generational showdown unfolds.
Mike Tyson at 58 years old, what do you think of this fight?
Well, that's also outstanding as this fight in Riyadh. Mike Tyson at his age is facing a YouTuber that is much younger and hungry and capable of boxing as well. So it's going to be a good example for people that are at Mike's age.
Yeah.
It's also actually a good example for me to keep on punching, so to speak, and hopefully, and I look forward to that match.
Speculation swirled around Tyson's age as a potential obstacle to his return, but Vladimir Klitschko dismissed this notion outright. He argued that age is merely a mental barrier, a limitation people impose on themselves rather than a true physical constraint. According to Klitschko, the key to overcoming any challenge lies in mastering the mind. He urged others to view age as an illusion, emphasizing that determination and mindset, not years, define a fighter's ability to compete. His message was clear: push forward with unwavering resolve, regardless of the number on the calendar.
A lot is being made that, Mike Tyson might be too old for Jake Paul. Obviously, like you mentioned, Jake Paul's coming from a YouTube background. Do you think he's too old? Do you think Mike will still get the knockout?
You can only be too old in your mind.
Yeah.
If you control your mind, you control everything in your life.
Wow, that's great advice. And just final one for me, like you said, Mike Tyson still fighting might be a little bit of a lesson to you as well. Is there any potential of a comeback with a lot of people coming back?
Well, there is no comeback in the sport.
Yeah.
I've been asked about Last Dance.
Anthony Taylor, who previously faced Jake Paul, is now preparing for a highly anticipated showdown with Iron Mike Tyson. However, with growing concerns over Tyson's health, Taylor is urging the boxing legend to reconsider stepping into the ring. Echoing KSI's cautious approach in prioritizing safety, Taylor issued a stark warning. Mike Tyson is a lamb to the slaughter. He should follow KSI's lead and pull out before suffering a concussion against Jake Paul, he stated. Taylor also emphasized Paul's unseen potential, saying, "I've worked with Jake behind the scenes, and trust me, you haven't seen what he's truly capable of." Despite the skepticism, a new training video has surfaced, showcasing Tyson's intense preparation for his upcoming fight against Jake Paul, proving that the former champion is still taking the challenge seriously. At 58 years old, Mike Tyson still showcases remarkable speed, defying expectations. Incredibly, his hand speed appears even faster than that of today's top champions like Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis, and Terence Crawford. So, what's the secret behind Tyson's enduring agility? His unique combination of explosive reflexes and raw power continues to set a benchmark that even modern heavyweight greats aspire to reach. Enjoyed this video? Be sure to check out more content on the screen and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.